All right, guys, Kazoo 71 here. Look, I been out for a little bit because of my mom being in the hospital. I want to bring up something that a lot of people were talking about. There's a lot of buzz about this, and I think it's just totally messed up that Wild Card is totally screwing its players over, and other people were talking about this too. But I want to kind of bring this up now. In January, a lot of people were saying I didn't catch this, and I think they may have edited it. But what they're saying was they were going to release this Ark Survival Ascended, which was going to be free to players who already had the game, but they lied. So this has to do with the company called Snail Games, who's basically purchasing Ark, purchasing it for Wildcard. Their financials have been dropping, according to a lot of people, so they're investing in money, so are investing in things that are going to kind of up things. And as they did with some previous things, they kind of re-released the game Ark to try to drive funds. They were doing these DLCs to try to drive stuff, and that's what Ark had did for a while. They were doing these season passes, like Genesis 2, Genesis passes and stuff, trying to drive some funds. I'm no expert on money and all that stuff, but I do know what I'm reading. And so let's just talk about this real quick. Community Crunch 355. This is from March 31st. So this is a few weeks ago, guys. Like I said, I apologize. I've been out, so I haven't covered this kind of stuff in a while. But this is the Ark Ascended is what they're calling it. And basically you can read all this for yourself. I'll put the link in the description of the video. But they're ready to reveal Ark's roadmap for the next year concerning various game-related initiatives, new platforms, and media. Blah 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 blah. Who cares about all this stuff? But what they're doing is, here we go. Let's talk about this Ascended. You're eager to look down the plans of transparency, and then they show this dino. All right, we're going to give you a teaser for Ark 2, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Let's go down to Ark Ascended. Here's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the Ark Ascended versus Ark, right? So here you go, Ark 2 and Ark Ascended, but let's look at the Ark Ascended is what's important. So Ark Survival Ascended is the next generation remastered of our beloved Ark Survival Evolve, harvesting the power of Unreal Engine 5, which is great. Unreal Engine 5 is really good, and if people play games with that could be really good. Now, don't get me wrong. Just from my standpoint, I'll probably play this anyway. Just buy it just to play it, but I want to show you guys what they're doing. It will be released on Xbox Series, PlayStation, and PC and PlayStation 5, and it says Windows and Steam. As you can see, Steam doesn't say anything about that other platform that's trying to compete with Steam. By the end of August 2023. So we got a couple of months here. The base game will include the island, survival of the fittest, and all the non-canon DLC maps, which will be added to Ark's Survival Ascended over time. Non-canon maps. So that'd be Fjordor, Ragnarok, or Ragnarok, excuse me, people say. Those other ones you have. The Center. I'm drawing a blank. Lost Island. You guys know those maps. Those maps that are non-canon maps. So the Xbox Series and PlayStation will only be available via the Ultimate Value Bundle, known as the Ark Respawn Bundle. Ownership of Ark Survival Ascended and the Ark 2 will be priced at $49.99. So basically what you're doing is you're buying this remastered Ark and Ark 2 for $50. Not a bad deal when you're pre-purchasing Ark 2, but wait till we show you Ark 2 is not going to be out for a long time. So this bundle will be available to purchase from the end of August, year one, until Ark 2 will be sold separately. Or after that, they will be sold separately. So Ascended and Ark 2 will be sold separately. Additionally, the bundle will provide players with access to an exclusive 1-month closed beta on Ark 2 in 2024. Before the rest of the game public can play Ark 2. So PlayStation 5 users will be able to get their hands on Ark Survival Ascended as a standalone next-gen game at launch in August 23 for $39.99. All of the expansion packs will be sold separately on all platforms. So to get the other expansions, you're going to pay $19.99 for the Explorer's Pass, which will include Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction. And there's when they'll release them. Q4 2023, and Extinction in Q1 2024. And then $19.99 for Genesis Pass, which will include Genesis Part 1 in Q1 of 2024 and Genesis Part 2 in Q2 of 2024. Now, just as an Ark player who's been playing this game since the beginning, they never release them when they say they will. So take that stuff with a grain of salt. That ain't happening. Ark at Ark Survival of On Ascended's launch, players will have access to the island, Scorched Earth, and the new revamped game mode, Survival of the Fittest. So basically, when they release this, you're going to have this. But by buying this pack, this respawn bundle, all you're getting is the Ascended game with the island and Ark 2 when it comes out. If you want to get Scorched Earth, you're going to have to pay that $19.99 for the Explorer's Pass. So basically, you're going to pay $50. You're going to pay $60, $70, $80, $90. So you're basically paying almost $100. Excuse me. You're basically paying almost $100 to get this game and all the new updates and everything. At Ark Survival Ascended's launch, players will have access to the island, Scorched Earth, and the new revamped, as I said. So, in addition, many other features, Ark Survival Ascended will feature the following improvements and enhancements. Now, I'm not going to go through all this because it's a lot of reading, but basically I want to show you guys a couple of high points. So they're going to have the Unreal Engine, Naughty, Lumen, and that RTXD, if you can look those up. They're going to have this dynamic water, which will be really cool. So there's some cool features, don't get me wrong. One of the cool ones here is this cross-platform multiplayer. So this includes cross-platform accounts and cross-progression, cross-voice chat and friends, etc. No matter what platform you start playing on, you can access your account, character, dinos, and items on different platforms for ultimate cross-platform experience. That's cool because the cross-platform they have right now does not work for everything, so you can't really play cross-platform on most players can't. And I have never done it. We recognize, and then the modding, so modding will be available. So we recognize the power of giving players the tools and capability to define their survival experience. So we want to take cross-platform one step further with Overwolf to introduce an industry cross-platform modding. So basically what they're saying, you can read all this, but what they're actually saying is that you'll be able to have mods on PlayStation and Xbox. So the premium mod reviewed by Overworld Wildcard for quality control and value. Mod authors will optionally be able to specify price points for their mods with 50% price points. So basically, hey, modders, you can now charge for your mods. So all these mods I've gotten for free, but now they're going to let them charge for them. So you'll be able to get mods on Xbox and PlayStation and probably PC paid for. You got to pay for them now. So that could be a drawback for some of the modders and stuff. I mean, a good thing for the modders, but not for us who get them all for free. Which is cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, playing games and trying to have money, people call this a cash grab, but hey man, if you're spending all your time modding, when you do a video like I'm doing here, this takes time to do videos and edit. This is a simple one, so it's pretty easy for me to do. I'm just recording, chopping out a couple of pieces and putting it. But when they're creating mods and stuff, that takes a lot of work. So those guys, I think those guys should get money for that stuff. So we plan on streamlining the process of upgrading legacy Ark Survival Evolved mods to the next generation platform. And in preparation for that launch of the Ark Ascended, which is called Ark Survival Ascended. All right, anyway, Survival of the Fittest is also upgraded. I don't care about that. I'm not even going to touch on that stuff. I don't play that game. And then, sorry, I went too far. New content, quality of life improvements, balance, and gameplay changes, including but not limited to. Now, this is important. This is why I want to cover this part real quick. Updated mini map, which is going to be similar to whatever that is. I don't use that one, so that's the Survival of the Fittest. New structures, display cases, smaller tech teleporters, and building quality of life improvements, snap fixes, increased foundation support, foundation height adjustments, and more. So that's kind of what they're doing with the Ascended part. Querying system, new third-person camera with option to opt out. Directional sprinting and walking, ping system, that'll be cool. Gamepad cursor, and a chibi slot and skins, balance passes, that is caves, mechs, aberration creatures, more breedable creatures, etc., and more. Seriously, a lot more. This is exhaustive, but it'll get super long if we list everything, and there will be more between launch. So one other thing too. This is important. I'm trying to find this here. So here, oh yeah, here we go. Live operations. So here's the other part I want to cover. So what happens here? Survival Evolve updates will be limited to crashes and critical bugs. So you can still. So let's go back up here just a second here. You will still be able to play Ark. Just keep that in mind. So official servers right here. With the launch of the Ascended, Ark Survival Ascended at the end of August, that's this year, guys, a couple months, we'll be taking down all official servers on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC for Ark Survival Evolved. At the end, the final save data from all Ark Survival official servers will be uploaded for players to rehost on their own servers or play in single player, non-dedicated, as well as slightly earlier snapshots. You will be able to play on, so here's the key part, guys. You'll be able to play on single player, non-dedicated, player dedicated, and unofficial servers. So we will still be, I host servers of my own. I don't have a ton of players, but we play. So the cool thing is Ark Survival Evolved is not completely going away. A lot of people are saying it's going away, they're sunsetting the game. No, they're just not going to support it anymore except for bugs and crashes and stuff. So you'll still be able to play on single player, non-dedicated, player dedicated, and unofficial. So all the game you're playing now will still be there. They just won't be supporting it anymore except for crashes and bugs. So my unofficial servers will still be able to be used. So Ark Survival Ascended will now have its own fully supported official network and platforms. So basically they're getting ready to go all official. So if you've been playing on official for years, goodbye. It's going away. And now you have to get the new game to play on their stuff. So the sunset part here with the launch of Ascended will be ending official support for Primitive Plus, split screen, and procedurally generated maps. These aspects of the game will be ported to the new Unreal Engine 5's version. We're looking at releasing source files for Primitive Plus for those resource aspects in the mods. So basically the cross-platform, so here you got final content update in June. Ark's 8th anniversary will release Ark Survival Evolved's final content update, which will include a fan-voted that new giant bug. Then they're going to cross-platform. I'm just reading this. Will undergo profound functional changes which prevent it from being compatible with the previous game. So basically, cross-platform. The new game is just, you can't play it with the old. So you can't mix Ark Survival Evolved with the new Ascended one. And then the holiday event, they plan to have exclusive holiday events on the Ascended that take place as a Generation Pipeline release and mods. So they're always available to play. Now, Survival, they did release the events, so we can still run all the old events. That's on unofficial stuff. But there you go, guys. So basically, if they follow this through, which I said they never meet their deadlines, they might meet this one though. They're gonna boot Ark Survival Evolved to the curb, and they're gonna have this Ark Survival Ascended, or Ark Survival Ascended is gonna be the new one on Unreal Engine. So basically, redoing the entire game with this new engine, and then the old game will go away. And then, by the way, Ark 2 in 2024 is when it's coming out. So they're pushing it. See, somewhere in here it said, I can't find it, but basically the end of 2024. So they just kick it till a whole another year and a half is when they're saying it'll be released. Because they don't know, guys. They're just kind of Oh, I think it was in here. They're just speculating. Well, I don't even think, a lot of people are saying they're not even really working on it, kind of just the baselines of the game and trying to figure things out. I think what they've been working on is this right here. So they can re-release the game and charge us more money for it. Which, like I said, personally, I'm okay with it. A lot of people are not okay with it because that's another $50, you know. You can't just throw around just to get the base game. There we go. After careful consideration, we decided to delay the sequel's launch until the end of 2024. There you go. But there you go, guys. That's the new thing with the Ark Survival Ascended that happened a couple of weeks ago. Basically, a screw you to players. I'm trying to be nice about it. But that's kind of how they did this. All you players, and according to many people, in January they announced that they were going to release this, and it was going to be free to existing players, the upgrade. They're not doing that. And personally, I mean, don't get me wrong. A little upset that they're benching Ark, but it's okay. I mean, it's part of the process. It's how people do this. They're releasing a game under a new name, and they're revamping it with this Unreal Engine. And so, heck yeah, they want to charge for it and make money off of it. They put a lot of money and time into it, so it makes sense. Not a big fan of the fact that they're kind of benching Ark, but hey, it's how things go, man. Technology progresses and things move on. So, sorry this is a little long, guys. I wanted to cover quite a bit of this, but there you go. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, please subscribe if you haven't done so, guys. And yep, I guess I'll be recording some Ark Survival Ascended when that comes out. I guess I'll do a new island one on Ark Survival Ascended. That'll be interesting. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.